Hello and welcome to the channel. I am your host, Travieso Americano. Please go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment down below. Do all those algorithmic-y things that help the channel be successful. I would appreciate it. So today I have some bad news. We're going to have to talk about some bad news. You've probably heard by now, the FBI raided MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell while he was on a hunting trip. They confiscated his phone all over a minor election issue in the state of Colorado. They did this at a Hardees drive-thru, to my understanding, according to Mike Lindell. I'm sure the other guests of Hardees were very happy with the FBI on doing this. Apparently in the United States, it is now illegal to question the integrity of our elections. We must believe them implicitly. There is no questioning. While we have the right to elections, we don't have the right to question those elections. At least that is what Biden, Clinton, and the FBI are telling us. They're also shutting us down on social media and other places. Much like during the pandemic, where you could lose your job if you questioned certain parts of the vaccine, or made any statements like that, or didn't get the vaccine during the vaccine mandates, which are still ongoing in some places. We talked about that yesterday with the NBA and tennis. Unbelievable, they're still ongoing. But these are the vestiges of the pandemic. The neat little treat that the government gets to use. It's amazing how that worked out so well for them. It's amazing how everything with the pandemic really lined up for the socialist, authoritarian communists that are in our government, in our media, and in our corporations. Let's take down Mr. Gore there. I don't think we need to see him anymore. We can see Mike there. So it doesn't matter what the charges are for the FBI. See, this is a trick the FBI uses. They use this trick against their enemies, and President Trump is an enemy. And why is Trump an enemy? Because they want revenge for Hillary Clinton not being elected. They want revenge for Clinton in 2016. They also want revenge for Trump besmirching their great institution. They did it themselves, but they're angry for getting caught. And they don't want Trump to go back in there, now seasoned and understanding how the government works and the executive branch and all that. They don't want him to get reelected and to find out more of their crimes, frankly. And why does Hillary? This is a question no one asks. Everyone just assumes it's okay. No one asks this question, and I think it's a very important question that we should be asking. I have some theories to the answer to this question, but I don't have any hard evidence. However, the question is, why does Hillary have so many allies in the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the Department of Justice? Why? She was Secretary of State. She was the head of the Department of State. It's not the DOJ. She was a senator. That's also not the DOJ, where she would create this many connections, this many allies. She was a first lady. That is literally nothing. So why does she have all these connections in that agency? I wonder how that happened. Now, the intelligence communities, for which the Department of State is closely aligned, the intelligence communities that are supposed to be acting outside the United States and in foreign areas and foreign countries, that's connected. That's now connected to the FBI. Those are all laws that came about from 9/11, from the attack of the Islamic terrorists. That's where those laws came from. So I wonder how Hillary is all interconnected with the FBI, and whether that's really a good idea that a Secretary of State with political ambitions should be so entangled with another government agency that handles domestic issues. Anyway, let's get back to the FBI for a moment and their attack on Mr. Lindell and his freedoms here in the United States. All he wants is free elections. He wants election integrity. Of course, he can't have that. Integrity is something that Joseph Biden, Hillary Clinton, all those people of that ilk, and there's some Republicans in there too. They're not real conservatives, but that's what they're all in favor of. But anyway, see, the trick with the FBI is what they want to do is they look for any sort of crime whatsoever. Even if they know or reasonably know that a crime has not been committed, what they'll do for their enemies is they'll go ahead and try to get a search warrant anyway. They won't let the judge know that they don't think any crime has been committed and it's unlikely. They won't let the judge know that, of course not. These are the same people with the FISA stuff, with the FISA warrants that was an attack on our democracy, a direct attack on our democracy, and no one does anything about that. Everyone screams about January 6th. What about this Russian hoax? No one talks about that. You're not allowed to talk about it. That's bad. Social media will get you for that. You'll be labeled a conspiracy theorist. Literally, if you in the United States at this point, a conspiracy theorist just means you have an IQ above 120. That's all it means. Actually, really above 100 at this point. Anyway, we'll get back to it. So the FBI, what they want to do is they'll take this little fake crime that they know probably hasn't been committed. They'll get their little warrant, and that's a fishing trip. That's what that is. That is a fishing trip. What they are looking for is evidence of another crime, or really, in this situation, evidence of information, just information that could be evidence. They could spin into evidence that could be in another crime. See, and then what they do is they get another warrant, and they keep harassing him. They keep putting him in the media. They keep punishing him publicly for supporting Trump. Not only for supporting Trump, for wanting fair elections. They are punishing this man, make no mistake, for wanting free and fair elections. And they're lying to you every single time they say otherwise. That's what the FBI is doing. It's a fishing trip, and this is a win-win for them. It doesn't matter the outcome. It is a win-win. I told you in another video about corporate communism. Corporate communism, the media, governments, and multinational corporations. Right? I told you about that. So what the FBI does, the government, is they use the media. They use the media, then the media comes out and starts just talking trash. They just say whatever they want, like they're doing right now. You can watch it. You can watch it in real time. Go look at it right now, right when you get done with this video. Finish this video, like, comment, subscribe, then go and check it out, and you'll see it happening in real time. This is a fishing trip, nothing else. This is for revenge. And if they do find something, anything, it could be something that they would never, ever, ever bring to trial for anyone else. Something so minor, so inconsequential, that it's laughable that it's still a crime in the United States. They will find that and go for blood. Then once again, they go back to the media. Then they go back to the social media, especially, because see, social media in corporate communism, social media is both media and multi-international corporations. See, it's got two legs of the triangle, two sides of the triangle. So it's especially important to the government. It has to get those under control. So it's going to go to the courts, and there's going to maybe some trial. But what'll happen is they'll go to the media. See, in the media, they'll use all this hysteric language. The media, their media allies, I should say, will use all this hysteric language. They'll talk about the fate of democracy, all this incredibly hyperbolic, absurd language. Absurd. And it won't matter how minor the crime is. They could find evidence that Mike Lindell jaywalked on his hunting trip across state lines, and they'll use it. And will tell you why jaywalking across state lines is a threat to democracy. It's not. The threat to democracy are their actions, obviously. Now, what this is an attempt to shut down any sort of dissent at all. They're shutting down dissent. And they're doing it publicly because they want you to know you're not allowed to do this. If you do this, you will suffer the same fate. Anyone who supports Trump could suffer this fate. Anyone who wants fair elections could suffer this same fate. That is what they are doing. That is what this warning is. It is a warning to you. It is a warning to everybody. Don't question us or you will go to jail. We will use every aspect of the United States government and the media and corporations. We will take your job. We will belittle you in the media. And we will find reasons to harass you using the FBI, the police, whatever they want to use at the time. That's what this is. And like I said, it's a win-win. It's a win-win for the FBI, for the incredibly politicized and untrustworthy FBI. See, what they do is, even if they don't get any charges, even if no charges come about, every non-thinking NPC out there worth their stupid little beanie that they wear, every one of those will start amassing on Twitter, condemning Trump, condemning Mike Lindell, presuming it's true, because they've been so conditioned. They've been so brainwashed. They are the useful idiots that Hillary Clinton so famously talked about. And see, the problem with that, the problem with these useful idiots is then it quells any other dissent from reasonable people like myself, like you, who just want free and fair elections, who don't want a politicized FBI. You see, they come after us because now they're more brazen. There's no public outcry, at least public outcry they care about, at least any publicized outcry, because they have the media, see? They have the social media, the corporation. See, they have all that. You could even lose your job. Happened during the pandemic. What we are seeing right now, right this second, what you are watching in real time is the destruction of the rule of law in the United States of America. President Joseph Biden, going up and having the Marines flanking him, telling Americans he's coming after them if we disagree. If we don't go with what he says, they're coming after us, and they certainly are. They most certainly are. This is the destruction of the rule of law, and that's not hyperbolic anymore. It's not hyperbolic at all. It's not alarmist. I'm not being Chicken Little here. We are in a dystopia. We are the dystopian future that everyone warned me about in the 80s. Anyway, that's all I'll talk about for now. I want to get into a little bit about how the IRS is going to play into all of this in another video, and I will do that. Please, once again, like, comment, and subscribe down below. Do all those algorithmic-y things. And thanks for watching the channel, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.